Hey everyone. Today, we're going to tear apart a short but seriously chilling script called The Collection. We're going to get into all the little tricks, the sounds, the details, that one perfect line that can take a simple scene and turn it into an absolute masterclass in psychological suspense.
So, our story kicks off with this simple line from our main character, Alex. On the surface, it just sounds like a minimalist's motto. But this one idea, it's the key that unlocks a really disturbing worldview. A perfectly polished surface hiding something absolutely terrifying underneath. So, first up, the script builds this feeling of unsettling perfection. It's designed to throw us off balance right away, and it does that by creating this really powerful sense of contrast. Now, the reason this whole script is so effective is because it's a master of that classic rule, show, don't tell. Instead of just telling us, hey, this character is dangerous, the writer makes us figure it out. We actually become part of the horror, piecing together all the clues Alex has left in this world he's built. And here is that principle in action. We're told Alex is charming, he's well-dressed, he's got this perfect exterior. But his apartment is the complete opposite. It's spotless, yeah, but it's also minimalist and just cold. That clash between the warm person and the cold, sterile space, it feels jarring. It just doesn't quite add up. And that feeling of unease, well, that's our first big red flag.
So as our other character, Mia, is exploring, there's this sound that just cuts through the silence from the kitchen. Chop, chop, chop. It's rhythmic, it's heavy, it's relentless. Come on, this is not just someone making a salad, right? It's the metronome for the whole scene, this percussive beat of aggression just ticking away right under that calm surface.
And that sound brings us right to the inciting incident, the hidden flaw. See, in a world that is so absolutely perfect, the whole story gets kicked into gear by one single, tiny imperfection. So, Mia's walking through what the script calls this museum-like apartment, and her eye snags on the one thing that's out of place. A book that isn't perfectly flush with all the others. It's just a tiny crack in Alex's perfect facade, but it's irresistible. That little imperfection is a hook, and it's pulling both Mia and us deeper and deeper into the mystery. And the script builds this moment so well, with this fantastic little sequence of actions. She pulls the book, we get a really satisfying click, and then a hidden drawer just pops open. Every single step is a beat that raises the stakes, and our anticipation. I mean, what could a man this obsessed with order be hiding? And that brings us to the moment where the floor just drops out from under us, the collector's items, the shocking reveal. This is where that subtle unease we've been feeling transforms into straight-up horror. So what's inside? Not jewelry, not cash. A row of clear, plastic Ziploc bags. And it's the organization of it all that's so terrifying. These things are presented clinically, methodically. This isn't some chaotic box of secrets. No, this is a collection, curated with the exact same cold precision as the rest of the apartment. And what's actually in the bags? A lock of blonde hair, a tube of used red lipstick, a driver's license. The script just lists them out, one by one, and lets the implications hit you like a ton of bricks. These aren't just items, they're trophies. They are literally pieces of a person, all cataloged and stored away. The driver's license finally gives the victim a name. Sarah Jenkins. But then the script delivers a knockout punch with one final detail. Sarah looks remarkably like Mia. And just like that, this isn't about a crime in the past anymore. It's a blueprint. Mia is looking at a ghost of someone who looks just like her, and we realize she might be the next addition to this horrifying collection. Okay, now we get to the absolute climax of tension. And it's a moment that's defined not by some big action, but by the complete absence of it. This is when the chopping stops. With her voice just trembling, Mia asks the one question that shatters the whole fragile piece of the scene. Alex, who is Sarah? She confronts the mystery head-on, and in that one moment, she completely seals her fate.
And what's the response? The chopping just stops. Instantly. Silence. Think about it. After hearing that relentless chop, chop, chop for the entire scene, the sudden absence of that sound is absolutely deafening. It's a jolt of pure terror. The loudest, most terrifying thing in that room is now the silence itself.
And in that silence, Mia turns. And Alex is standing right there in the doorway. The script points out two crucial things. He isn't smiling anymore, and he's still holding the knife. In this one single image, the charming host is gone, replaced by a predator, That simple kitchen tool has been totally recontextualized into a weapon. The mask has dropped. So now we get the answer to Mia's question, and we learn about Alex's messy history. The villain is completely unmasked in one perfect, chilling line.
Alex doesn't say she was a bad person. He doesn't say they had a fight. He says Sarah was messy. That one word connects everything. Remember his philosophy at the beginning? Clutter clouds the mind. Sarah's crime wasn't something she did. It was who she was. She was a human imperfection in his sterile world. She didn't fit the aesthetic. I mean, it is the coldest, most psychopathic motive you could possibly imagine.
And that brings us to the script's absolutely terrifying ending. Closing the drawer. The final threat.
Alex takes a step forward and says, "Please, Mia, close the drawer. You're making a mess." He is literally equating Mia's discovery, her life, her fear, her presence in his secret, with the exact same mess that Sarah was. He's not just telling her to physically close the drawer, he's telling her to put the secret away, to put herself back in line, or she's going to suffer the exact same fate.
The script ends on black, with just one sound effect. The drawer clicks shut. And that sound is so beautifully, horribly ambiguous. Did Mia close it, submitting in terror? Or is that the sound we hear after Alex has, cleaned up his latest mess? The script never tells us, leaving the most terrifying part completely up to our imagination.
And that's what makes this whole thing so incredibly effective. It just leaves us with this final, chilling question. In a world that's so obsessed with control and perfection, what happens when you're the one thing that's out of place? What happens when you just don't fit the aesthetic?